Good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, December 28th. Only a few days left in 2023. Standing here at the upper bridge across from the KLA campground. We had big moisture last night, lots of rainfall again. It's just warm, unusually warm, like in the 40 degrees, during the day, which is just, you can see here, just little skiffs of snow, but we're just not getting very much snowpack here in the lower valley. The upper valleys, in Clay Elm and Roslyn are getting a little bit in the higher elevations, but not kind of the demand that we really like to see this time of year, especially to start forming a base. So at some point we're going to begin to worry about water storage and having ample water needs for the summer. Especially if this trend continues and we have an unusually warm spring and summer. I mean, just this past summer, we had big volumes of water in the river. But in all the years that I've been here, I've never ever seen the river reach 70 degrees, especially in the farmlands. And what caused that was, they drained Lake Clay Elm so quickly and pulled so much water out of there that the remaining water that stayed in there, by the time it hit 20%, the water that was coming out of the reservoir was warm. Even though it's bottom fed, the water that was left in the reservoir was way too warm. And the good thing about it is our DOC levels, remain super high, and we always check those. Those of you that follow us or know what I'm talking about and have watched us explain the dissolved oxygen content in the river, it's super high, so which is a good thing. But our trout mortality is super low then, because there's lots of oxygen, even though our water temperatures are warm. But it does, cause some undue stress, I'm sure, on fish, and invertebrates when the water temperatures start to get warm like that. So hopefully in the new year we start to get, some really good snowpack around in the Cascades and the high elevations, so we can capture all that, in the spring once it warms up. I mean, we can already tell, like around the valley here, that the puddles are forming, like in parking lots and streets and stuff like that, and that tells us that some of the groundwater has been recharged. It's no longer going into the ground, it's puddling on top. So the ground's just not frozen. I was digging in it yesterday and was able to dig a couple of feet pretty easily. So unusually warm winter going on here. People fishing because skiing, snowmobiling, other winter sports just aren't super great right now. So you concentrate your efforts, getting outdoors and fishing. And actually, I mean, the fishing has held up. It's good. So basically, again, kind of like I've been reverberating, the last month, there's not big insect hatches going on the river, so there's not a lot that the fish are keying in on. The crazy thing is there's still coho salmon around the end of December. It's just crazy. But so it's more really about, you know, fishing the right water, getting the right drift over fish. Again, you know, kind of beat this like a dead horse, but there's a gazillion different flies, so you just have to kind of spread out, move around, find the pods. And again, keep in mind, I mean, if you are going to fish, it's not a typical winter, so you're not going to find the fish in typical winter spots because it's warmer. Especially as the river continues to drop, you can see here on the piling that the river has dropped a good 6 inches or more. So move around, find the white water. Once you find one and you move around and you find the right water, you'll typically find a you know, a pod of fish, whether that's, you know, trout or whitefish or suckers, or I mean, you'll catch a wide variety of different fish this time of year. And it is whitefish season on the river, so you will see kind of a variety of fishermen out. You'll see guys, you know, gear fishing, you know, and our fantastic game department that we have allows you to keep 15 whitefish per person per day. Now that to me is just absolute absurdity. I don't know anywhere that you can go and keep 15 fish. These are wild native trout. You know, a lot of people get down on whitefish, but they're absolutely, you know, a key element, you know, in any fishery, especially in Montana. The guides throw them up on the bank. It's just absolutely absurd. Just, you know, unintelligent behavior. So keeping 15 fish per day is, you know, I mean, you can't even go to the local lakes and keep 15 skanky hatchery trout, let alone keep 15 wild fish. I mean, and again, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to people keeping fish, you know, that want to do it for substance, but or subsistence living, but keeping 15 is, you know, that can just put a huge dent, you know, in a fisheries population. So when you start getting on the bandwagon of the Washington Fish and Game and think that they're doing a great job, like, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to totally disagree about their fish management policies. So it was a great season for us. We appreciate everybody. And to kind of do a little quick year in review. Aaron and I appreciate everybody support, everybody coming out fishing with us. It's what we love to do. We appreciate your support at the fly shop, and we look forward to seeing everybody in the 2024 season. Continues like this, it's going to get started very, very early this year. So happy new year to everybody, and hope you're having a great holiday with family and friends.